What's up guys, it's Fluxin85 here, and today we're going to be venturing into a world that may shock you. But it does exist, unfortunately, and at this point there may be no going back to sane consumer practices. Imagine companies using predatory practices to try and seduce you out of your hard-earned money. Imagine a developer hiring professional psychologists and setting up a marketing team with the sole purpose to squeeze as much money out of a person as possible. Now, fortunately for those that lack imagination, you are in luck. With this scenario, since you do not need to use your imagination at all you need to do is Google Diablo Immortal, and tons of articles and videos will pop up showing you that this is not a made-up scenario, but in fact a reality. Would you fight this reality? Would you simply avoid these games and not play them? Would you still look for a developer that pours passion into its game and cares about its community? Or would you spend money on a game that costs you an arm and a leg just to make a point? A point that has you waste thousands of dollars to win at a video game. How about to spend money for just a chance to become more powerful at this game? A sane person would save their money and spend it on a game that respects you as a player, but that would make for boring and for rather lame content on Twitch and YouTube. So before we get into this and look up some of these people and how much they've spent on Diablo Immortal, I do want to point out that I believe most of these people are only doing this because they are successful content creators and this stuff gets them views like nothing else. I also want to point out that it's not the streamer's fault entirely. The viewers love this, and I admit even myself do get a little bit intrigued by some of this, even if I would never spend this type of money on a game. Let's start by taking a look at a streamer that goes by the name of Quinn. This streamer has spent $22,000 of New Zealand money playing Diablo Immortal. But have no fear, because $22,000 sounds like a lot, but if you actually convert it into the almighty American dollar, it's actually pretty much chump change.
All right, which one of you spent more money?
I'm only $22,000 in New Zealand, that is, so that's actually not that much. Like,
okay. Really. How much is that in real money?
I haven't done the maths. I think it's somewhere around like 13,000 USD, maybe.
Holy cow. Imagine spending $13,000 on a video game in a matter of a week or two and thinking it's not that much money. That is insane. We are in a world where $13,000 spent on a free-to-play game is deemed as not that much money. Oh, but don't worry, it gets even better. Quinn goes on to spend over 25,000 New Zealand dollars, which is roughly just under 16,000 American dollars, to get his very first legendary gem. Imagine spending $13,000 to get a single legendary gem in a video game. And what does Quinn do after spending this money and getting the gem?
Fuck this dog shit game. Fuck this dog shit game. Fuck that trash. Seriously, fuck, everyone should quit. Delete your accounts. Fucking quit this dog shit game. Fuck this trash. Let's get the fuck out of here, boys. Let's get the fuck out of here. I ain't got time for that shit, man.
That's right. He deletes his character and uninstalls the game. This is such a strange protest. In fact, imagine burning $16,000 to make a point when all you had to do was simply uninstall the game from the start and not play it. Now, this is not an attack on Quinn. As I said before, viewers love this for some reason, and I highly doubt he would spend this type of money on this game if he was not a Twitch streamer. It is his job to get views, and he does have a large community that watches him. Besides, he's not the only one to drop thousands of dollars on this game. In fact, it is estimated that Diablo Immortal makes over $1 million a day in microtransactions. Now, that sounds like a lot of cash, but it's actually not that much considering that it costs around $100,000 to max out a single character. This is just insane to me, like a game like this even exists. But at the end of the day, it brings in the cash, and it doesn't matter if you spend money because you love the game or spending money as some sort of weird protest for views on Twitch. Blizzard is still getting tons of cash and laughing its way to the bank. Free-to-play games and mobile games simply just dominate the market and bring in the most amount of cash for the least amount of effort for gaming companies. In fact, it's not just Blizzard that does this. Even Sony, which is the market leader in the console space, their most profitable game is a free-to-play mobile game by the name of Grand Order. This game has made about over $5 billion worldwide. This game makes more than God of War, Last of Us, or Uncharted. It simply destroys any of Sony's other games as far as money is concerned. The fact is, mobile gaming is just a force to be reckoned with, and I wish creators would stop spending money on free-to-play games just to make a point that the game is garbage and pay to win. All you have to do to see if a game is pay to win is to simply open up the cash shop and take a look. If the cash shop seems super confusing and you're not sure what you're actually spending your money on, or if you're buying points to spend elsewhere in the game, it is most likely pay to win. The more confusing it is of how you spend your money, the easier it is for the company to trick you into spending more money because they don't give you the price up front. In Diablo Immortal, if you started the game and it told you had to spend $100,000 to max out your character's progression, most people would click uninstall immediately. But if you open up the game and it's $1 here, $2 here, $3 here, $20 here, and then it confuses you because you're buying points. If you're confused about what you're spending your money on, it's probably not a good idea to be spending your money on in the first place, and it just proves that the game is predatory with the sole purpose of taking as much cash from you as possible. But having said that, these games are just for a different audience. Most of the people complaining about these games are actually not the intended audience. So instead of dropping tons of cash as a weird way to prove a point to people that this game is pay to win, instead of doing that, simply don't even give the game any coverage at all and focus on other games that are meant to have you as a traditional gamer as its audience. But then I guess you gotta do what you gotta do to get those views. And I don't blame anyone for actually doing this. After all, at the end of the day, like I said, these people are entertainers and people love to watch this type of stuff. It's just sad that more people could not be like this Giga Chad right here.
I've spent 20,000 American dollars, the real monies.
Holy shit. Josh, how much have you spent?
I've spent nothing.
I do agree, that's the way it should be done. Don't drop any money at all on a game that you already know is pay to win and you already know that you're pretty much gonna rage quit later on. Save your money and spend it on something else, or give it to a smaller team that's making a game that you want to support. But that's gonna do it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed this, if you could please consider subscribing and dropping a like, I would really appreciate it. It does go a long way to support the channel. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below on your thoughts on any of these matters. I always do enjoy reading other people's perspectives and opinions. But I will catch you guys next time.